Alright, so welcome back for another random Status Quo song review, where I think episodes are dropped on a Wednesday, but don't appear to happen every Wednesday. So for our first review of 2026, the random number spinning generator thing has given us song 122. So if I consult my spreadsheet of songs, we are off to the Whatever You Want album, that one, and the song Runaway. Obviously, a lot of long-term co-fans would have first heard "Runaway" on the album, Whatever You Want, although some may have come across it first on the B-side of Living on an Island. My first exposure to the song, I think, was in the late 80s when I got a copy of the Rocking Through the Years video, the one with kind of the yellow. I think it was maybe the picture from the Dreaming single that was used on the cover of that. That's to my memory. It's been a while since I've seen it. Anyway, that's where I heard Runaway, and to be honest, it had the scrolling text at the bottom which told you the chart position of every song, so I assume it just said it was a B-side, obviously, because it wasn't a hit like every other song on that compilation, and to me it felt that way. It felt a little bit filler at the time. It was the one song I wasn't so interested on when watching that video, and actually, I mean, nothing to do with the song, but my copy, the tracking always seemed to be needed adjusting halfway through Runaway, so that otherwise it'd get those lines for the second half of the video. But anyway, the Whatever You Want album, which is listed as producers Pip Williams, does go back to a bit more traditional core sound, a bit more just good guitar sound. No really trying to make it commercial as they did in Rockin' Over the World, or a bit more experimental if you can't stand the heat with all their horns and backing singers and disco drums. So a lot of people have seen it as a bit of a return to form for the last album of the 70s. And Runaway's tucked in the middle of side 2. And again, like with the video hits, it seems slightly filler to me, because I think all the tracks around it, I think it's a good Come Rock With Me, Rocking On, it's a good workout, 2 great songs. And I think High Flyers, it's a nice commercial tune with a great solo, and Breaking Away is nearly getting back to their big epic songs at the end. It's got lots of different bits to it. And Runaway seems just a bit filler, a bit bland in the middle. In all honesty, the other song done in these, or one of the other songs done in these sessions, is Bad Company, which never even made a B-side. So I would have stuck Bad Company on there, left Runaway on the B-side of this, and then I think it would have been quite a good B-side, for one of those songs you kind of like as a fan, that that the casual fan doesn't know. But as it was an album track. It just seems slightly uninspired. The song starts with some pretty generic guitars. I'm not so keen on the intro, and having listened to it again today for this review, it's maybe it is just the intro that puts me off. I'm not that keen on guitars, and then the wee keyboardy bit comes in. I don't know, it's something about that I'm not kind of great. So it's kind of jolly little sounding riff, which is a little bit off-putting. When they get into the main song, it's just your traditional core riffing. It's a bit generic. It's not doing something slightly different. I know people say core songs all sound the same, and that's not true. But this part does sound very. If you asked AI to do a core riff, they might come up with this. So it's just shuffling away on the beat, but it is driving along. So it's the mindless heads down, as they might say. So it's all right once it gets going. If for me, you can get past that intro without hitting skip, which was obviously a bit difficult to do on the old VHS. So I did hear the song a lot of times, but yeah. So it gets when it gets into the main riff, it's quite good. It's got some thumping bass from Lancaster. The lyrics aren't the best, though it does talk about take me away to an island, so I guess it makes a good pairing with living on an island there. It does sound kind of road weary lyrics, which I think a lot of the album was about where they were in their lives there, having played, toured, recorded so much stuff in the preceding years. So it's obviously not a concept album by any stretch of the imagination, but there does seem to be a theme coming through all the songs. So it does fit in well. Anyway, yeah, you've got a decent chorus, and it's an alright guitar solo. It's not particularly memorable or doesn't have that melody that really sticks in your head and you think, wow. But it fits the bill. You can enjoy it as it's playing along. You wouldn't necessarily say it's one of Ross's best or go back to it or listen to the song specifically for the solo. It's just they are competently doing its job. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say about Runaway. It's maybe the album it's on as well doesn't help it. If it had been on a later album, it might actually stand out as a good rocking hark back to their glory days. But here they're maybe not quite in their glory days, but they're just on the edge of them, and the material surrounding it's, I think, so much better that it does come across as a bit filler. And as I said, I would put Bad Company on the album ahead of this. So yes, I'm just going to put it into the decent category. It's alright when it comes on. You think about it. It works thematically and stylistically within the Whatever You Want album. Yes, that's Runaway. Episode something from our random Status Quo song review. I will look and tell you. Episode 59. So, hope you enjoyed it if you made it this far in the video, and maybe see you again next week. Or at least see you on another Wednesday, whenever episode 60 comes along.
It's the war of the dead, it's the war of the dead, our soldiers are